so much material was gathered that I need to make another trip back to the storage, because I need to store more material. Whilst at it, let's go ahead and polish up this granite and andesite. That way when we get back, we can very easily get everything nice and stored. Without needing to trouble ourselves with where everything's supposed to go, because we already know where everything's supposed to go. We're just placing it there. Hi. Bye. Like, seriously rude. Now for the ores, of which there are plenty. Craft the slime into slime blocks. Go over to the dirt. Make sure our dirt storage is storing the optimum amount of dirt. Gravel is going to do gravel things, of course. We've got all of this stuff. Oops. We've got all of this stuff. Stone doing stone things. Now, after we grab a few stacks of smooth stone, which has been polished by the furnace, then we can quite easily make sure that we have a very well made area for the villagers to basically sell their wares at. Retrieve the minecart. Now we want to go over here. And we want to place in the housing for all of our villagers. Place in that line. Take out these back walls on these villager stalls, I guess they are. These little villager, trading stations. Get them properly decorated with lanterns hanging over each station so that the villagers aren't bothered by fluctuating light levels. No matter what their job is, they will all have the same light levels, which is to say, extremely over-the-top bright. They'll all be standing atop a lantern that is facing north. Whether they know it's facing north is another matter, but it will be facing north. Place it in. Okay. So that section of stalls is done. That section of trading stations is... What? Right. Zombies won't bother me. The slimes, on the other hand, might. I'm going to have to place string in all of these sections, aren't I? Just to make sure slimes don't spawn on the villagers. Okay, well, that's good. It's good that I noticed that now instead of later. Because if I had noticed it later, then that would have been a lot more difficult especially if it was after I put all the villagers in. So I guess it's a good thing that I noticed it now. Okay, let's grab a few more smooth stone from our inventory here. Continue building. A little more smooth stone from our inventory. Good thing we grabbed so much. Okay. And that is half of it. That has prepared the skeletal structure of half of the villager trading hall. Oops. And the reason why that's specifically blocked off and that's specifically blocked off is so that they have to access it from back here. Okay. Now, for this part. Now each of these is 6, 7, 14, which means 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep, once again, I need more smooth stone in this case. Fun times. I need to go all the way back to base. Specifically, the mining outpost. If these kinds of building projects are what you enjoy watching, feel free to leave a like on the video. You might have already done so. You additionally might have been one of the 1% of my viewers that has subscribed already. If you've not also already subscribed, now would be a wonderful opportunity for you to subscribe. You'll get in early on all of those subscriber bonuses, which is nothing. There's no bonuses for subscribing now or later. But I suppose there is a bonus. And that bonus is that you will get notified as more of my content gets released, as more of my content gets published. You will get notified as it becomes available. You will be able to watch my videos before any of your friends and flaunt before them your knowledge over how to construct such elegant builds in such a lovely manner before your friends find my videos and are able to do it themselves. You know, there's a lot of smooth stone being used, and smooth stone is, for the most part, a temporary block. I plan to probably replace the smooth stone with something along the lines of stone brick. The stone brick will provide a bit more blast resistance than smooth stone. And on top of that, it'll provide a little bit more texture. However, first I want to get the smooth stone actually, installed and functional. That way, when the time comes for me to, make use of the smooth stone itself, I have plenty of smooth stone available, such as when I am filling in the basement of this area, specifically the foundation. know, this thing is, what, 32 blocks in length? Yeah, this thing's half a stack of blocks in length. Oh my. I never realized I'd built this so large. So yeah, this entire villager trading hall is half a stack of blocks long. Which is a lot of blocks. I feel I might not have brought enough smooth stone to finish building this. Let's see. Yeah, and keep in mind, I'm just building the skeletal structure of this build. Like, there's more to this build than just what I'm currently placing in. Yeah, I didn't bring enough smooth stone. Because I have to fill in all of this. Oops. And then I have to fill in all of this. And this alone is going to run me out of smooth stone right here. Oh, nope. It didn't run me out of smooth stone yet. I have 3 remaining. As though that's some sort of achievement. Here, let me use those. 1, 2, 3. Done. Now I need more smooth stone. I suppose while I'm at it, I can go ahead and start filling in all of the light sources for the villagers. As I want to make sure that the villagers have very adequate lighting. Far, far above what is actually needed. Like, I am purposefully going overkill on the lighting. Because I just want all of the lighting to be accounted for and done, and I don't want to need to ever worry about my villagers having enough lighting ever again. Therefore, I'm just completely going over the top on the lighting. In more ways than one. Like, there's a light here, and then on top of that, they're going to be standing on a light as well, and then I'm going to have either string or carpet sitting on top of that in order to further spawn-proof the area. I'm going to have probably just a full block on top of that in order to make sure that the villagers don't get struck by lightning or anything. Because yes, we're underground for now, but eventually this whole area will probably get excavated all the way up to build limit. and then that's going to definitely increase the risk of losing a villager or two. Therefore, I want to protect against that now instead of needing to protect against it later, because if I protect against it now, then I don't have to worry about it later, which is much better. Now, that being said, I'm pretty sure that if I were to actually turn on my my danger zone texture pack, as it's sometimes known, my texture pack which tells me where mobs can spawn, basically. If I turn on that texture pack, I'm pretty sure that even if I build this entire thing up, I don't need any extra lighting in order to prevent mob spawns in any of this. Like, this is just me going completely overkill on the lighting. For no specific reason in general. This is just me building it up because I can. Okay, so I need more pumpkins. On top of that, I need more smooth stone. I need to eat. Okay, let's deposit this diorite. We have reclaimed. Deposit the andesite, which we reclaimed. Deposit the granite, which we reclaimed. Grab another... Actually, let's just grab all of the smooth stone out of these barrels. And then we need pumpkins. We need carved pumpkins in order to fill in the lighting layer properly. We're currently going up in our water elevator. It's not much of an elevator since we have to swim the whole way, because we don't have any soul sand, because I couldn't find any when I was in the Nether. I was too busy trying to not die. Just creating a miniature stronghold. Hey, you're just a random pumpkin placed on the ground. I just so happen to have some shears. No idea where that pumpkin came from. I might have put it there, but I do not remember. Five, 6, 7, 8. Do 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 do. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know what I just noticed? I just now noticed that this section of the lighting is not completed. Therefore, I shall go ahead and complete the lighting forthwith. This section appears completed. And this section appears completed. Mostly. Good to see our animals are still being themselves. Let's go ahead and deposit the shears. Put those away so that, you know, if we ever need them, we have them and we know where they are. Now this one's an actual elevator, because this one's actually pulling us down, because whilst we did not find soul sand, we found plenty of magma blocks. And a little bit of magma creams as well. But that aside, it occurs to me that we never composted the seeds, which means I have to go all the way back up there to compost the seeds. First, however, I wish to make use of 2 pieces of coal and 2 sticks in order to craft 8 torches, to craft 8 lanterns, and now I have plenty of lanterns. Comparatively. What did I close? I closed right there. Okay. There. That was literally all I came up here for. I suppose while I'm up here, I can make use of the dried kelp getting crafted into blocks of dried kelp. Allowing me to very easily refill the fuel on the smoker, as well as allowing me to deposit all of that fuel back into the storage chest. I have way too much kelp. I have so much kelp that if I decided to, I could very easily once again grab the survive on nothing but kelp for a week achievement. Or maybe it was only 3 days, but there's some achievement for surviving a certain amount of time on nothing but kelp. I could do that. Like, I could very easily do that. However, based on the durability of my diamond pickaxe and my diamond shovel and my diamond axe, my diamond breastplate, based on that, I probably want to instead hurry up and finish this villager trading hall, because this is kind of going to help me repair everything. Therefore, it's kind of a good thing for me to, get this all organized and completed so that my equipment doesn't break and have me run out of diamonds trying to repair it and or replace it. Wow. Just enough for me to place in lanterns there and there to note that these are the entrances for the villager trading hall. Which I suppose I could do this one as well. It helps if I'm placing it on the proper spot. Okay. Get all of this situated. Now, I want to build up these areas, specifically the walls. Okay, and now for this side, getting pretty much the same treatment. Boop, 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 boop. Guess I can only do 3 at a time because I can't reach the 4th one. At least not properly. Okay. Go through here. Build up all of this material. Yeah. And if you're wondering about what my Dungeons and Dragons group has been up to, we have not yet reconvened because I fell asleep last Friday. Like, I just slept through the entire D&D session. And the party wasn't too fussed about it because they weren't really able to play either. Like, half of them were able to play, but half of them weren't able to play, and still aren't able to play, actually. Therefore, they're not too fussed about missing the session. What specifically happened is one of my party members is currently without internet for whatever reason. I think it's something to do with mental health, mental hygiene as it's called. Because they're in military and they're getting a psychological evaluation. Therefore, they have to be without their phone because the people who are evaluating them want them to not have any distractions from the mental health recovery and mental well-being process that they're being put through. I understand full well why they are going through what they're going through. I want them to do well. I want them to get better. For the sake of privacy, I'm obviously not going to say who it is. But, I wish them well. And I hope they I hope they recover quickly because they are wonderful people. Pretty much all of my D&D players are just nice people. If they weren't, I probably wouldn't be playing Dungeons and Dragons with them because I have a tendency to, as I've previously discussed, empath. Therefore, I have a tendency to mirror the type of emotions and personalities which I am around. This can cause problems when some players are being, problem players. Dear Zombie, pro tip, don't swim in lava. I tried to warn him. I don't think he made it. But yeah, because I am somewhat empathic, I have the ability to kind of mirror whatever personalities and emotions I am around, which can cause problems if someone is a problem player, because all of a sudden, like, I become a problem player and everyone's just looking around going, well, he wasn't like this before. It's like, yeah, weird. You know? It's almost as though one of us isn't getting along with everyone else. They're all looking at me going, yeah, so who was it that showed up most recently? It's like, yeah. But like, they get along great when I'm just myself, when I'm not being, when I'm not having my own personality clouded by the impressions of others, not the impressions given by others, but like literally their emotional imprint can affect me, because as I mentioned, I can take on their personality traits. So if someone has an abrasive personality, I gain an abrasive personality. It just suddenly is the type of person that I am, and it's not something that I can easily control either. Like, it's something that's just automatic. It's on autopilot, as it were. So there's not much that can be done about it. It's just a matter of controlling who I'm around, controlling what I'm around. I try and make sure that I'm around certain types of people, certain positive influences. As a result, everyone in my D&D game seems to be pretty awesome, pretty cool. They seem pretty chill about everything. Otherwise, I have a tendency to just kind of get that no chill attitude, and it's like, well, someone's doing something wrong. They look around at each other and go, well, it wasn't me. Was it you? No, wasn't me. Was it you? No, wasn't me. Was it you? Might have been. You see? It's like, is it really that simple? Sometimes, yes. Sometimes. Other times, no. And it's weird because of that. Sometimes it's that simple. Sometimes it's that simple. Sometimes it's not that simple. Sometimes there's no visible cause, because the visible cause is being obfuscated by people just being people. And that can additionally cause problems as well. That can cause its own set of problems. But there is plenty of people in the world who may or may not want to join me for D&D. Or who may or may not want to join me for Minecraft, or maybe Apex Legends. I'm not a big fan of Apex Legends. But, StarCraft 2, or I'm thinking of trying out MechWarrior Online. However, I'm not sure about MechWarrior Online. But, there's a plethora of games out there that I can try, I'm not necessarily restricted to one specific genre. I wouldn't mind getting back to games such as Perfect Dark Zero, but that requires setting up my Xbox 360 and getting a hold of my Xbox Live account, which I still have. Then I have to get a hold of an Xbox Live Gold subscription, which I don't have. And then I have to do things such as, getting a TV set up that is capable of handling being connected to Xbox Live on an Xbox with an active Xbox 360 and the whole 9 yards. There's only so much I can do all at once. And right now, what I really need to do is go pee. So I shall pause the recording, then I'll go pee, and then I'll return. In the meantime, I'm standing in this lovely AFK spot where I can get more bone, string, and arrows. They sadly don't drop bows unless using a trident or some form of player weapon, but I can get into that after I'm done going pee. So I shall BRB. Oh, was I paused for this entire thing? Ugh. I thought I hit resume. Okay, well, I think I last paused when I was idling, which means I missed out on a decent number of things. However, it wasn't really anything too amazing. I went exploring. I explored the village. I found a lot of hay. The village has 3 villagers, none of which seem to have been traded with before. I gathered up some odd resources. I put one of the villagers in a minecart. I retrieved a pair of leather boots, a leather cap, a few storage chests, some pieces of leather. I placed down some rails so that I could find the 3rd villager. I crafted up some dried kelp into blocks of dried kelp. So that's been going on. I still need the bows for that. These resources have been crafting away in the furnace, utilizing the dried kelp, which I have way too much of. I just finished another stack of dried kelp, actually. So I have even more dried kelp. I have just recently finished putting away all of my different items. I found some bread. There's not really much else to say on the matter. As you can see, I'm doing decently well. My cobblestone is still up to working on 42 barrels. My stone is working on barrel 26. Gravel hasn't even reached 10 barrels yet. I think it's working on barrel 5. Moss, still the 1st barrel. I have not done any work on the moss because moss will grow exponentially quickly. I plan to actually upgrade all of my storage before I get to work on the moss. Ah, the grass is working on its 6th barrel. Yeah. And dirt, I believe, yeah, dirt's working on its 22nd barrel. So I have plenty of resources available. You know, I've got all of this stuff. I've got grindstone, I've got a stone cutter, I've got anvil, I've got iron to replace the anvil. I have some diamond, but I don't really want to go using all of my diamond in order to repair my stuff. Therefore, I kind of need villagers that are going to provide mending books, which I plan to get to next episode. I understand I said that last recording session, at the end of last recording session. I additionally said that I was going to look up a villager breeder technique at the end of last recording session. However, I did not expect that this expansion of quadrupling my storage of villagers for my villager trading hall up to 60 villagers. I repeat, 60 villagers. 60. Each one of these can contain 15 villagers. Meaning, let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 times 4. Each of these cells can contain, each of these strips of cells can contain 15 villagers. However, times 8. So that's 15, 30, 60, 90, 120 villagers worth of trading hall. This is quite definitely a villager trading hall. So yeah, this is enough room for 120 villagers. I will definitely need a villager breeder. I'm going to be installing the villager breeder in roughly this location. Once I clear out the slimes here. I will need to come back through with string, plant. I'll probably use carpet, actually. I'll probably use carpet, and I'll just have carpet on all of these different locations, specifically on top of the lanterns, which the villagers will be standing on. I additionally need to fill in the ceiling, the roof, as it were, because I want to make sure that the villagers are going to be okay. I don't want zombies dropping in on them. I don't want Endermen teleporting into there with them. I want to make sure that the villagers are okay. I want to make sure that the villagers are additionally going to be able to very easily avoid taking damage as they get put in this villager breeder that I'm going to be making. A lot of these guys are just going to be librarians, which is fine. Librarians are perfectly fine. The thing is, I kind of want to make sure that the villagers are going to have access to things like, I wouldn't mind if they could access their bed, but the problem is the only place that I have where I could put their bed is for them to be standing on it. And even then, I'd have to position the bed in a way that they're going to pop up and not suffocate. I don't want them popping up and wandering out, which kind of means I need them to not have a bed, basically. Just anywhere in this entire build. You know, I don't mind so much if they kind of just die off because of, because of monsters. Because I can deal with that. Once I have the villager breeder, I can deal with that. But in the meantime, I want to make sure that my villagers are going to be productive and useful to me. And the way that I do that is by just making sure that the villagers are going to be safe. I want my villagers safe. I want them happy. Happy is kind of a secondary thing, but, safe and happy are good villagers. A safe villager is a happy villager. A happy villager is a safe villager. They are synonymous with each other, I believe is the proper vernacular. Can I grab these with my pixel perfect jumping? Well, I grabbed one of them. There's like 1 pixel of ledge where you can still leap. Yeah. See? So yeah, I'm going to have to look up some details on how to set this up. I'm going to have to look up some details on what all I need for this. Those are kind of the same task, really. But for the most part, I just need to get this entire thing built. I need to get all of my villagers safe and, get my villager trading hall going, because I need to get things equipped with mending. Once I have mending, I will be good to go. I can just build all I want. I won't have to worry anywhere near as much, because I will have, well, all of the building that I need. That's not what was supposed to happen. I mean, technically none of this is what was supposed to happen. I didn't realize there was a water source so close. I'm trying to explore what is up here. Oh, there's a skeleton up here. They seem kind of angry. What's behind me? Oh, there's an axolotl behind me.